We got a beautiful Sunday morning going on here in Indianapolis. We are at the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Cindy, I wait every year so patiently for this ride to come around. What do you think about the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride?
Well, I think today you look pretty distinguished.
I feel distinguished. I feel dapper.
The ride itself is the coolest ride. You know, everybody dresses up. They have their cool bikes out here. It's awesome.
You know, I love going to charity rides and you see everybody wearing their vest and they've got their colors on the back, you know, promoting the organization they're with and everything else, the club they're riding with and everything. Here, it's a totally different story, man. There are you don't see any of that. You see a lot of vintage motorcycles. You see a lot of different bikes that you don't normally see. And we've gotten to know the people. We've been down here a few years, and I know you're probably saying, hey, you were there last year. Why are you there again this year? Because it's the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. That's why. And I get to wear stuff like this on camera right here. That's why we do it. That's why we do it every year. So what do you say, Cindy? Should we go find Richard and find John, find all the people that we normally talk with that put this whole thing together and find out a little bit more about what the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride is all about?
Yes, we got to.
All right, man. Hey, before we go, I want to remind you all, Ladendorf, Fregiato, and Bigler. You know what we always say, I pray you never need a personal injury lawyer, but if you do, Ladendorf, Fregiato, and Bigler. They're bigger and better than ever. The easiest way to find them, you go straight to steelhorsethunder.com, click on their logo at Shish Bam Boom, you're right there on their website.
And Bob's your uncle.
Bob is your uncle. All right, man, let's go find Richard.
Let's go.
All right, man, we are here. We are in Indianapolis. Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, something I learned about, I think, actually this might be our fourth time coming out here now. It's been a few years. I just remember the first time I heard about it, I was like, oh yeah, it's been going on for a while, and I'd never seen anything like it, and I've been so intrigued by it. Last year, Cindy and I finally got to participate in it, and we rode in it, and it was so much fun. This year, for one reason or another, actually, I'm not ashamed to admit it, I got cataracts and my vision's not that good and I don't feel like I can ride safely in a group of motorcycles. So therefore I have decided I'm gonna sit this one out. Tell us a little bit about the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, how it got started and what it's all about.
Sure. Distinguished Gentleman's Ride started in 2012 in Sydney, Australia. And the idea came from seeing episodes of Mad Men where Don Draper was on a Triumph motorcycle in a suit. So the guys who started this in Australia just had the idea to just have like a kind of a cleaned up version of a motorcycle ride that kind of gives a more outwardly positive look to motorcyclists. And they coupled that with raising money for prostate cancer. And in 2016 they started partnering with Movember, who we're still with, to direct all those funds directly to Movember for prostate cancer initiatives and then increasingly men's mental health and suicide prevention.
Nice. And it's been going on. How long have you guys been doing the ride here in Indy?
15 years.
15
years. So since the start in 2012.
Okay. Man, that's awesome. And now I know this is going on all around the world. You guys changed. We talked a little bit earlier, and I know you guys have changed your starting locations and your routes and all that kind of stuff throughout the years. And this year we're out here at the Red Door Cafe, and it's kind of a unique setting right here.
Yeah, and I hope you guys get inside and take a look. It's a great spot. It's very dapper and very distinguished inside, and it's a great staff. So it really fits well with the theme and the look of our ride.
Well, we love it. Absolutely love it doing this ride. And now, yeah, I can't wait to get in there and see it inside. But you got plenty of room out here. That's what makes this nice. And you guys, I just got to say, you guys do look very, very dapper this morning.
As do you, friend. Yeah, thank you.
But this is how we always go, Phil. Nah, this is pretty good. What can we expect for today?
Well, I just want to recognize what you said and appreciate that. You know, we build community. And I started motorcycle riding in 2010. I was new to it, and most of my motorcycle friends are from doing DGR, and so we stay in contact of a lot of us through the year. But it's really it's about building community too. So knowing that, especially for men, men are 75% of suicides. Men have a community or people that they can be around that they know are receptive to them if they're having trouble, and we've had that when we've had group meetings in the past. Someone says, guys, I'm struggling a little bit, and we talk, and they know it's okay to do that. So you know, it is about the money and funding all those programs, but it's really about making connections as well, and that's really important.
Yeah.
You know, and to hear your story, you know, not to go on too long, but I've 5 suicides in my life in the last 9 years. And prostate cancer as well. So, you know, that's why we're here, you know, also to build the community and to tell those stories and feel okay to be open about it and connect and help each other out.
Yeah. It's important, and we got to have it, especially as men, because we have egos and we have, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't want to admit when we're struggling. And, you know, fortunately I found what I needed to get through, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't, because they'll never come forward, or they're too. Some people feel ashamed of things, you know what I mean? Whereas when you get a group of people like this together, and you can help one another, and it becomes a family, it becomes a bond that you have a place where you can now share openly, and you know you're not judged, you're not, you know, and then you find out, oh shit, you guys are all going through the same thing I'm going through.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what makes it such a beautiful thing. The fact that we get to look like this on a day like today while we ride is even better. This is the icing on the cake right here, on top of a beautiful day you got today.
Yeah.
It's going to stay just like this today.
So Anna, we're out here at this Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. You're a woman rider.
Yeah.
Tell me what brought you out here today.
Oh, well, it was my husband's idea, but I've been riding for a couple of years now, and this is my first group ride, so I'm excited to ride with a bunch of other people, and it's for a good cause, so yeah.
That's pretty cool. So this is your first group ride.
It is, yeah.
Do you feel a little nervous about it?
A little nervous, yeah, but I've been on my bike for a couple of years now, so.
Do you do off-road?
Yeah, on the trails too, yeah.
Well, I thought this was an off-road bike.
Yes.
I know it's an on-road too, but
yeah. Yeah, I took a course last summer.
Nice.
And we did some off-roading on the trails and in the woods, so yeah.
So how did you like the course that you went through?
It was great. It was with like 20 other women, so it was great to hear from like experiences from other women, and got us comfortable with the bikes, and yeah, it was great.
That's pretty cool. I'd like to find out about that, because
Yeah, sure.
I've never heard about that before.
Yeah.
So your husband's done this ride before?
He hasn't actually, but he's in all the Facebook groups, and he's met a few people through riding, and he does a lot of off-riding, so he's been connected with others, and he found out about the ride, and we live about an hour away, so we hauled the bikes here and then just got them off the truck.
That's
so,
pretty
yeah.
cool. Well, I'm glad to see you out here. It is a
thank you.
great cause. This ride is an awesome ride. So enjoy your ride today.
All right,
Thank you for talking with us.
Thank you.
All right, Matt, here we are at the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. You guys are set up out here. You guys were set up last year.
Yes, sir.
And were you here though?
I was not. This is my first one. This is
Okay,
great.
that's what I was thinking. I didn't think you were here last year. What is your first thought of seeing
I think this is awesome. I mean, you see a lot of the bikes, the British bikes, the European bikes, the more vintage looking bikes. Everyone here, and just like you, looking like a distinguished gentleman. I wish I'd have known. I would have found something a little nicer than this. It's a great ride, a great cause for men's mental health and prostate cancer awareness. This is a great event.
Well, that's what I love about this. Now, you have been to a lot of motorcycle events. You've gone to a lot of charity rides. Ladendorf, Fregiato, and Bigler are at a bunch of them every year, and you've had your share of rides. This is so totally different than what you're used to seeing.
Well, it's very different, but it's also the same. I mean, it's people that ride, coming out and supporting a good cause, doing something good on a weekend. It's a great day for a ride, beautiful weather. But yeah, it is nice to get out and see a different view of the motorcycle community. I mean, we see, God bless them, we see a lot of the same people out on a lot of rides all summer. People that come to 3, 4, 5, 6 charity rides a season. It is good to get out and see some new people. Some new people haven't maybe met us before and know what we do.
No, I think it's fantastic. And it's just different because everybody is all dressed up and stuff like that. We're used to seeing where I go, it's you wearing a black leather vest with your colors on the back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it is. It's super cool. Absolutely love what they do for the men's health here. And I love Ladendorf, Fregiato, and Bigler for being such a part of this now. 2 years in a row here at this ride, but you guys are at so many other rides during the year. And let's face it, you guys have been part of the Steel Horse Thunder for over 20 years now.
Yeah, I mean, coming out to rides in the summer, it's the highlight of our year. Getting out and being able to meet people that we've represented, or God forbid we may need to represent in the future. But it is great to get out and do it, see the great things the motorcycle community is doing every weekend, all summer. Yeah, it's great to be a part of it, and we're happy to do it.
Well, and I think about it with you guys, because generally you're going to be in a suit and tie all the time, and you get to come out to something like this and you get to just put on a t-shirt, put on some shorts, put on whatever, and just chill. It's got to be fun, right?
It is. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's a great part to get out here and just see people, meet people, have a good time.
Right on. Well, Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you, Scott.
So Tyson, this is the Distinguished Gentleman Ride, and you are very distinguished.
Well, thank you very much.
You look very handsome today. Tell me about what made you do this ride and how you feel about it.
You know, I've participated in other motorcycle rallies and rides for the past 20 years. I saw this online a couple years ago, and I love the idea for mental health and for men's prostate health. And I thought, well, you know, I'm getting to that age, that I should be concerned about stuff like this. So this is just a great event, and I have found friends to drag along, and everyone enjoys dressing up.
Oh yeah.
And everyone enjoys
Definitely.
Motorcycles, so I just love the combination of the two.
Well, I think it's pretty cool to see all the people dressed up, and they come out, and this is for men's health. But the women come out and ride also, and it's so cool to see everybody out here. And I'm here to say, you're my crush.
Oh, no,
I
we
heard-
have to explain to the audience.
Explain.
Okay, I have seen you for years at different other motorcycle events, and yeah, I may have talked to you about, to my wife, and my wife's always called you my celebrity crush. So every time I see you, yes, I try to get a picture with you to send to her, so I don't want to disappoint her, so yes.
Well, thank you, wife, for understanding the crush.
Thank you, Pam, for indulging me.
It's good to see you here today. It's always
You too,
good to see
Cindy.
you at the rides. Thank you so much for coming out and just participating. It's great to see how many bikes come out for this ride.
It is
awesome.
amazing. Well, we have close to 130 today.
Yeah,
It's wonderful.
it is. Well, you guys be safe on the ride. Thank you so
Cindy.
much.
See you next year.
All right.
All right, now how did you get involved in all this?
So my late brother, who unfortunately died of cancer in 2016, had sort of gotten into motorcycles as a coping mechanism, something to take his mind off things. And so cafe racers, modern classics, custom builds is what he got into. And we kind of ended up sharing a passion for that. I'm a mechanical engineer, so from an engineering aspect, I love those machines. I just love the way they look. And he had found out about the DGR through getting into the sort of cafe racer and modern classics scene. And before he passed away, he wanted to take a ride in the DGR in our hometown of Cambridge, UK, but unfortunately didn't manage to do that. So actually the Cambridge ride was established because of Ed's wanting to have something like that available to him, and sadly he never got to take part. So I'm here with Richard, making sure that the DGR continues on here in Indianapolis.
Wow, powerful story. I just want to emphasize on, like you're saying, sometimes motorcycles, it's a chance for us to escape. It's a chance for us to cope with life. I lost my oldest son to suicide back in 2007, and I was extremely busy that year working. I had to travel a lot with a stunt rider that I used to work with, along with my regular job and everything else. And I just remember it happened in May of 2007. And by September of 2007, I was about ready to just lose my mind. And I remember telling Cindy, we got to take off. And we rode, we took off on a Friday. And she's like, where are we going? I said, I have no idea. And we were halfway into the day, and I was like, I don't know, you want to go to Bluefield, West Virginia? We did an event down there with Bubba Blackwell. I was like, I kind of know a place we can stay and get a good something to eat.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And then we spent the next day just riding through the mountains. We ride our own motorcycles. We do not have communication through our helmets.
Okay.
And I know that sounds horrible, but that's all we needed to do was ride together, but not talk. You know, we talked a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the evening, and that was it. And the rest of the time was just therapeutic on the motorcycle. And without the motorcycle, I don't know how I would have ever coped with what we went through in 07. So it is just amazing what we can do. And then you guys take it another step farther and are actually raising money for men's health. You brought in the mental health part of it, you know, a few years back, and obviously something that hits very close to home for me. So I really appreciate that aspect of it.
144 registered riders right now. We've got a few more trickling in who haven't registered beforehand. And this is a register for event. Safety is paramount, so we need to make sure that people are registered. They can check in. We've got some cool stuff going on, some freebies. Free pastry we've managed to get, chance to win some prizes. But out of those 144 riders today,
nice.
We've already managed to raise just over $30,000 just on the Indianapolis ride. So the DGR globally has raised about $60 million so far over these last 15 years. Just last year it was almost $7.7 million alone just that year.
Wow.
So all of that money, every single dollar that's raised goes directly to Movember, and it funds the research, support of all of these programs. So it's so very important that that money keeps flowing, because eventually, hopefully some point soon, there will be a cure for prostate cancer.
Right.
It's going to take a bunch of money.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Pure and simple.
All right, well, guys, I'm going to let you get back to work, because I know we got here early enough where I thought I could get you now before you're super busy, because I know how it goes. So we're going to take a look around. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for inviting us back again this year.
Yeah, so happy to see you back again, for sure.
All right, man. God bless you guys.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
All right, man, we're here at the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride here in Indianapolis. First of all, do you always color coordinate your clothes to go with your motorcycle?
Absolutely.
Dude,
why wouldn't you?
It looks fantastic. I'm just telling you right now. It looks absolutely fantastic. First off, tell me a little bit about the machine.
I was given this 30 years ago by my cleaning lady when I was redoing an old Norton Commando, and she said, well, I got this old fat motorcycle stuck in the mud next to my garage in Speedway. So I went over and get it. It was literally stuck up, the axles in the mud, left valve cover was off, motor was full of water. It's a 1972 Moto Guzzi Ambassador. And about a year later, well, actually I was over Vintage Motorcycle Days in Mid-Ohio, telling a bunch of buddies about it, and I said, maybe a little alcohol involved about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to make it orange and white and call it a dreamsicle.
Right.
So a year later, this is what we have. And that was almost 30 years ago when I did it.
Wow. Yeah, because that's the first thing Cindy said when she walked up. She goes, oh, a dreamsicle motorcycle. That's awesome. And I was like, that's exactly what it looks like. And then for you to be able to wear the orange shirt with the white jacket, the cream jacket, dude, it's just fantastic. Now, how comfortable is it to ride on this one?
These are extremely comfortable motorcycles. These were, if you watch some of the old Clint Eastwood Vigilante Cops, these were LAPD bikes. And this was made to be a long distance cruiser. It also was made for sidecars. It's not real fast. It doesn't stop real quick. It doesn't turn real quick, but it does everything like a lazy boy. It's like riding a big old lazy boy. So it's fun as can be.
I love it, man. It looks fantastic. Obviously, it fits in perfect here with the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Have you ever done this ride before?
This is my 3rd year. The first year I showed up, I won Most Dapper Bike.
Is that right?
Yes.
And so, yeah, you win the first year. You got to come back every year.
Exactly.
After that, right? It kind of sucks you in that way. That's perfect.
Yeah. I have one of the coveted trophies. I guess they don't give them out anymore, so I've got an heirloom.
Nice, nice. What is it? I mean, in all honesty, what is it about this ride that brings you back every year?
Well, first of all, it's for a wonderful cause, men's health, and it's an amazing phenomenon. What, maybe 15 years ago it started in Australia, something like that? And to think that on this day, everywhere around the world, there are people doing this exact same thing is very unique and very, very cool.
It is. It's a fantastic thing. And the fact that we get to dress up a little bit,
There you go.
it's kind of fun, right?
Yeah, I don't wear a sport coat very much on a motorcycle, but usually have a little more protection, but we can make it from Fishers to here.
There you go. All right, man, be safe today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right, you guys are here at the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Is this the first time you've done this ride?
This is my second.
Second.
My first.
Your 1st?
Mhm.
And your daughter?
Yes.
So are you on the back of his bike or are you riding
No,
yourself?
I'm riding my own bike.
Awesome. So how long have you been riding?
Not long, a little bit of a beginner. I started last season, late summer, so a little bit of a newbie.
So is this your first big ride?
I would say, yep, first group ride.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice. So how did you find out about the Gentleman's Ride?
A couple of years ago, a friend of mine who's one of the event organizers here made mention of it to me in passing, and I'd always kind of heard of it, but then I thought, why don't I do that? And so I signed up last year, and here we are.
Nice. Well, I love you guys' outfits. You guys are perfect for today.
Oh, thank you.
You did an awesome job.
Thank
And
you.
It's so great to see when women come riding in. It really is. You look like, you're just badass coming in on a
Thank
bike.
you.
So
Well, I'm
especially
here
in your
by
little,
your side.
in your dress.
I'm like stiff, I'm like, just breathe.
Well, yeah, look great.
Oh,
Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Have a
Thank
great time.
All right, Brent, here we are, Distinguished Gentleman's Ride.
Yeah.
What brings you out to this particular ride?
Well, a buddy convinced me to come last year, and I thought, I don't know about this. And once we did it, it was so much fun, and it's fun to play dress up,
Right.
and ride your bike and show it off to other people that in day-to-day life maybe they don't appreciate it as much. Here, everybody's just oohing and awing all the different bikes. So this is just a great event, and it's a great way to give back to the community, of course, through with Men's Health.
Yes, and that's the thing right there. Like you just said, when all these bikes are in a group riding through Indianapolis, again, these are not bikes you see every day.
Exactly.
Half of these bikes are bikes, if you see one, you're like, oh, check it out. So, I mean, it's just totally different than if you're just on a bunch of Harleys running down the road or just, whatever. It's something totally different. It gets people's attention. And I mean, I love watching the faces of the people in the cars.
Well, I mean, if you're going to raise awareness for something, this is about as noteworthy an event as you could ever get, just because the folks, the bikes, and like you said, it's so cool to see the folks along the street. They're like, wow, look at that, and look at that, and look at that. So I think it accomplishes its goals, both for the participants and for the organization.
I agree 100%. All right, so you came out here last year. Somebody talked you into doing it. You did it, and I just want to say, my guess is you didn't even think twice about it this year. You knew at the end of last ride you were going to be here.
Yeah, I already started thinking about my ensemble, and I've added the hat this year, so who knows? Maybe it's tux and tails next year. I don't know. Doesn't really go with the bike, but we'll see.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the motorcycle.
Royal Enfield Classic 350 Signals. I actually bought it used with 22 miles. Quick story, we were at the Boat Sport Travel Show in Indianapolis, and it was on sale, and I'm, salivating over it. My wife goes, just buy it. I'm like, what? She goes, just buy it. And all these guys standing around are like, are you married to her? Because if you're not, we're going to marry her.
Right.
So yeah, she wanted me to buy it. I did. It's a small bike. It's not an interstate bike by any stretch of the imagination, but for putting around country roads and driving around town, it's fun, and it's one of those things that when you stop for gas, you always get at least one person wanting to know about it. Is that a Harley from the
Right.
World War II? And it's no, but it's fun. So I'm really enjoying it, and it's interesting out here today. There's a lot more Royal Enfields, so I think that brand is starting to come on a little bit.
Right.
So we're not quite as unique, but I just have a lot of fun with it, and it's not super expensive. They're easy to repair. It's everything I wanted in a bike, which was low maintenance, low drama, just fun.
Well, it's got the right look. It fits in here really well. So thank you so much for coming out today.
Absolutely.
And I guarantee you, I'll see you again next year because we did the same thing.
Yeah.
We came 4 years ago, and it was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And I haven't missed one since.
There
And
you
so
go.
whether I'm riding or like today, I can't ride, I'm still coming out here and hanging out for the day because it's just too much fun.
It's just a great feel overall, everything about it.
And the people here are fantastic.
Absolutely.
Everybody that rides in this, it's just everybody's here for the same purpose, same cause.
Exactly.
And it's just a lot of fun. So thank you so much.
Great to meet you, man.
Be safe.
All right.
All right, man, here we are, beautiful downtown Indianapolis. We are doing the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. The last couple years, they've been starting over at the Triumph dealership over on College Avenue. We are a few blocks away from there, and we are here at the Red Door Cafe. Where I'm sitting right now, it's hard to believe I'm in the middle of Indianapolis.
You are in the middle of Indianapolis.
This garden you guys have out here is absolutely amazing. Tell me a little bit about the Red Door Cafe.
Red Door Cafe, we opened it up about 3 years ago, and our goal was to bring the neighbors and friends together. And an event center was supporting the cafe so we could keep the door open. But thankfully, with all the new friends, including you guys, now it can operate by itself and bringing more friends.
Very good.
Like that's one of the examples. This garden was set up by 2 of our neighbors.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. Because it's absolutely beautiful out here. I mean, I've got roses behind me. I've got ferns out here in front of me. You can hear the birds chirping. It's absolutely amazing here. Now, I know it's also an event center.
It is.
Okay. What kind of events do you guys do?
Mostly is wedding, but that doesn't limit to wedding. We do birthdays, corporate, anniversary, anything hold more than 2 people we can host.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely beautiful. How did you guys get hooked up with the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride?
That was actually by accident.
Accidents are good sometimes.
Always, always. So I know a couple of your members show up once here. They were looking for a coffee shop, and we started chatting. They came back, and we become friends.
Very good. Well, it's nice. You guys have literally 2 parking lots. So we had, you know, when I first saw it, I was like, well, and then when I realized, oh, it's got all this extra parking right here. You had plenty of room. I mean, we had 144 registered riders this year. So yeah, for 150 people and all those motorcycles, there was plenty of room in the parking lots. We still had enough room. We could have brought some more people in. So what kind of hours do you guys have here?
So for the cafe, it's going to be from 8 to 4 weekday and 9 to 2 on weekend.
Okay.
So we had to limit the weekend because of all the event. Mainly we have on weekend.
Right.
So that's the main reason.
All right. So if somebody's like, man, I want to try out the Red Door Cafe, what would you say? Well, this is our signature thing, or this is if you come out here, this is what you really need to try.
Our Turkish coffee is very popular, but I would say most of our drinks are good because of 2 reasons. One, we have a good coffee, intelligentsia. 2, we use a very good milk from local farm.
Okay.
So pretty much anything you order is going to be a good quality.
Nice. And if you're in the cafe, can you actually come out here to sit?
Of course you can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Because this is absolutely beautiful right now, and we're in the shade right now.
Yes.
You know, we were filming. It's pretty warm out there. It's back here. It's again. It's like I just walked into a whole different world back
Exactly.
here. This is absolutely beautiful, and congratulations on what you've done here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Anytime. I'll see you guys around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Cindy, we are now back at the Roy Rogers Heating and Air Studios, and we are like just chilling out. We are no longer dapper. We have de-dapperized ourselves.
De-dappered.
We have de-dappered. What did you think about the ride this year?
It was so good. I mean, it was a perfect day for riding anyway. It was beautiful weather. Everybody looked great, fantastic. Richard always does such a fantastic job with this ride. Him and John both, they do such a good job. They are just great people.
Genuine.
They are.
They are genuine people.
When they talk to you, it is heartfelt.
Yes.
I will say that John, every year that I come, always asks me about my mom, and he's done that every year, and you can tell he genuinely cares for people. So I'm only saying that because I can just tell he's genuine.
Yeah.
But the ride itself was, I mean, it was great. I know we didn't actually do the ride, but to see all the people out there all dressed up and all dapper, and they just look fantastic. And it's such a good ride. It's such a good cause. The Red Door Inn Cafe that they had, that they started it from, was a perfect place to start it from.
I liked it. And I know some people like the bigger parking lot, like where everybody was in the same parking lot. And I get it. Logistically, it was a little more.
Right.
They had to coordinate a little bit better for this one because there were two separate parking lots that everybody was in. And I get it for a bunch of people. It like for us filming, it's easier when we're all in one big parking lot. But I absolutely loved this place.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. I loved the setting. I loved the way the bikes looked in these two parking lots. Not little parking lots. They were two decent sized parking lots.
But they had old buildings. They
Yes.
had the Red Door Inn, which is an old church, and then they had another old building on the
Red
other
Door
side.
Cafe.
I'm sorry, I keep saying inn. But it was right in between all these old buildings. So for all the old bikes to show up and everybody all dressed up, it was a perfect location.
It was picturesque.
Yes.
We got a chance to film. Did not get a chance to participate this year in the ride. I missed doing that. Hopefully we will have everything ready to where we can do it again next year. Because that is a lot of fun.
Right.
I'm already telling you right now, we're already planning on being back there again next year. If you have never done this Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, you gotta look this up. Yes, it's a little more difficult. You have to actually pre-register for this one. And I know all the people I ride with, there's not one of them that ever pre-registers for anything. But I'm telling you, it's done that way for a reason. And
and
make an exception.
Even though you have to pre-register, I mean, you're still donating your money, whether you ride or not. If it's raining and you can't do that ride, you're still donating to a great cause.
Exactly. Yeah, even if you don't want to do the ride, it's just fantastic. Men's health, it's just a great. The whole thing is super good. Cindy, if somebody wants to learn more about Steel Horse Thunder, what do they do?
They go to steelhorsethunder.com and everything's there.
Everything's there. Remember, we do a Monday Night Live every Monday at 7 p.m. And on the first Monday of every month, we're at the Groggy Goat Taproom in beautiful Martinsville, Indiana, right on the square. So you always want to tune in for the Monday Night Lives. We have a blast with that. And if you get a chance on the first Monday of every month when we're at the Groggy Goat Taproom, if you have a ride coming up, a charity ride that you want to help promote, you come on down, we'll put you on the air with us, and we always have a blast when we're at the Groggy Goat Taproom.
It's always fun.
So you can check us out on Facebook, check us out on YouTube, the YouTube channel. We're really trying to promote this YouTube channel. And
if you go to YouTube, subscribe, and all that stuff too.
Yes, it helps us. It helps us a ton if you will subscribe to our channel and like the videos, and share them if possible. Make sure you share them. So, all right, man. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this week. We'll see you next week. And remember, and if we proved one thing this week, it's not what you ride.
It's that you ride.